about George Washington. And here is a picture I made of George Washington and the 13 colonies. Now let us start. George Washington was the first president of the United States of America. He was born in Westmoreland County, Virginia on February 22, 1732. He died in Mount Vernon, Virginia on December 14, 1799. In 1759, he married Martha Dandridge Custis, a widow. George came to own 50,000 acres across Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, Kentucky, and into the Ohio Territory. George Washington was one of the greatest Americans ever. The Virginia was one of the 13 colonies. The colonies were owned by England and ruled by the King of England. Everyone born in the colonies was an English citizen, including George Washington. George was the fifth of his father's 10 children. When George was 11, his father died, and George went to live with his oldest brother, Lawrence. In addition to farming the land at Mount Vernon, George designed parts of the estate. As a teenager, George trained as a surveyor, which is someone who measures land in order to decide boundaries and ownership. When George was very young, he learned how to ride a horse and hunt. George Washington taught the American soldiers how to fight together and kept them from losing hope. When it seemed like the Americans might be defeated, the King of England and the English citizen had been treating the colonists badly for a long time. People became so angry they decided to do something about it. This was the beginning of the Revolutionary War. General Washington worked hard with the men he found and was able to turn them into pretty good soldiers. The Revolutionary War lasted about 8 years. On Christmas Day in 1776, George Washington gathered his men into boats, crossed the icy Delaware River, and headed for the town of Trenton, New Jersey. The Hessians were German soldiers. They were completely surprised and gave up right away. In 1777, General Washington and his army spent the whole winter with hardly any food or shelter. The colonial army kept improving. The country of France decided to help them fight the English. In October 1781, with the help of French soldiers and warships, George Washington and his army trapped the British army in Yorktown, Virginia, and made them give up. In 1789, George Washington was elected the first president of the United States of America. He worked very hard as the first president to make sure the United States got off to a good start. That's why George Washington is called the father of his country. Did you know George Washington was 6 feet and 2 inches tall? One slave named William Lee also worked during George's presidency. Thanks for watching my video.